Hey guys, Stephen, TheSalonGuy here, and I've got a new, really exciting haircutting tutorial for you guys. This is inspired by supermodels Ricki and Chris John Millington. So I'm ready to go. Let's get started. All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a clipper with no guard. This is a 000 blade right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna start about right here, right above the ear, okay? And then I'm gonna go step by step, and I'm gonna fade this up gradually to where it goes from that all the way throughout the bottom, and then I'm going to use probably about 3 or 4 blades at least so we get to about right here. Alright guys, so what I've done now is I basically went all the way throughout the sides and the back here, and I've done this on both sides just to create my base outline first. Alright, now I'm going to move to the next guard, and I'm working my way from 000 to 0A to 1 to 1A, 1.5, and it's really a lot. So this is something that, you know, if you're not a professional stylist or a barber, might be hard for you to do, but I just want to show you guys because this is a really cool hairstyle. So if you're doing this on your own, good luck. It's not the easiest, but let's get back to the tutorial. So I just want to go over a quick tip. So when you're doing clipper work, what you want to do, what I like to do, is actually take the comb and push down in through the clipper blades so that it helps you get a more accurate and precise line. And also when you're dealing with longer hair, it pushes that hair down into it, so it helps get rid of it a lot quicker. Okay, so it's a nice little quick tip that I always do when I'm cutting using clippers. Alright, so I just want to spin this around. As you can see, it's got a beautiful taper to it. And what I want to do now is, now we're going to go to the beard after. I want to just focus on the hair up here first. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this down, and as you all know, the top is a lot longer into here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to be able to kind of slick this back this way, but we still have all this hair to cut. All right, so let's start working on that, and then we will start to work this all in through the shorter parts into here. All right, so now I'm going to work this in right in through here, and I'm just going to create a separate section here. I'm going to disconnect it to a degree, but I'm going to kind of blend in this area right in through here, just to give it that kind of exaggerated, disconnected, but also making it look like he's got a bit of a part here like this. So I'm just working this in, as you can see, using scissor over comb, and I'm just leaving a little bit of hair right in through the corner here, just to accentuate the part line. Okay, so I'm going to continue to work this in using scissor over comb this way, so I feel it's efficient and looks splendid in how I want it. Okay, and then I'm going to work this in through the back area, but I'm leaving all this longer on the top here. All right, and then what I want to do is actually do the same thing on the other side. All right, so I finished this on this side now, so that both sides basically now are cut the same way underneath like this. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to work the back now in through here, and we are going to cut shorter to longer because this is still way too long on top, okay? So what we're going to do now is going to work from the back of the head, and we have all this in through here, and we're going to work our way upwards this way and work shorter going into the front being the longest. So let's continue to do this, working towards the face here. We're going to cut shorter to longer, and you can see here. See, now we're over directing back, all right? And over directing will cause the longest piece, the piece in front, to remain long and to keep the length. Okay, this is the only way you can really maintain this length is by cutting it this way. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do this, working forward, and when we get to the very front, we'll be bringing everything back to this one point back in through here. All right, so now we're going to go into the side and the front here. And I just want to connect everything, just bring up the length a little bit because it is really pretty long, okay, into the sides here. So I'm just going to connect this in the back, and I'm going to bring this into the side area, and then I'm going to work into the front. Look how long that is. I mean, the hair started off pretty long to begin with, obviously. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just cutting off all the excess length into the front here, but you want to make sure you're maintaining the length into the front, okay, because you don't want to cut it too short. If you cut it too short, then you know what's going to happen. It's pretty much all over. So here's the very front. There you go. I'm cutting it just like that, probably to about just to the top of the lip, and it's still relatively long. Again, this is a very kind of edgy look, and you want to make sure you can slick it back. All right, if you need to, you want to wear it a certain way, you want to slick it back, you want to bring it over. This gives a lot of versatility, but it is a very edgy, very hip haircut. All right, so it definitely stands out. So I'm just going to continue to even this all out and through here, take off any excess length, and then I'm going to start to play around with it and start trying to style it in a few different ways. All right, so now we're going to work on the beard, and basically this is going to be like the same method and technique that we used to work in through here. So I left off with a 0 here, 3 zeros. Now I'm going to use 0A, and I'm just going to really do this step by step, and I'm not going to go, this is really going to be like, just a little bit, little tiny baby steps into this here, because you don't want to go too far. You want to maintain as much as possible. All right, so I'm going to go 0 here, then 0A, then 1, then 1. I'm just going to work this in from like here to here. I'm just going to lightly work this in, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. All right, so we've got the beard trimmed up, and it looks like we're pretty good to go here. I just carved a little bit of area here for the mouth here, but I do want to leave this kind of long and a little bit more kind of on the rugged side like this, which is kind of like how they wear it. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to slick this back, probably put like a gel or some sort of pomade in, create a definite part here on the side, and then we'll be pretty much done. All right, guys, so here's the first look here, which I think is really awesome. I put some wax in it before I blow dried it, and it gave me nice workability. As you can see here, this looks really awesome. All right, I'm just gonna spin this around like this a little bit. All right, there we go, and through the back here like this. All right, and it all just kind of works back in. It is somewhat disconnected, but it's also blended as well. So as you can see here, it's got a nice taper going on. And there's that kind of severe kind of part like this. All right, and this is pretty much with a dry. You can pull it down like this if you want. You can do a number of things with it. But this definitely looks really cool. So now I'm going to put some product in it, and then we're going to slick it down. All right, so here's the second look here. I got it slicked back. There's the side parting there, and then it's all kind of brushed back this way, nice and slick. All right, so I had a lot of fun doing this, and I really hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. And as you can see, the beard here looks great. There's the beard for all the guys that like wearing these cool funky beards. This is definitely a big trend for men right now. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun doing it. Definitely something different. I know we're usually used to seeing the same old thing, but I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. And thank you so much for the support. Don't forget to like the video, and I'd love to hear the comments. So thanks so much. I've got a lot more tutorials. I'm seeing all your comments. I see every single one of them. So I live a pretty busy lifestyle, so I try to get to them as much as I can as soon as I can. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time for more tutorials with the Salon Guy.